Hello. This video will teach you how to type subscripts when writing chemical formulas in Edulastic. So the first question is type A subscript to B. When you click on the answer box, it pops open this menu. What you're going to want to choose is this right here with the on the bottom right, the big square rectangle with the little square. Okay. And now up here, you could see you have a blinking cursor. So I type the A. How do I get the subscript? That's in the gray box. So I click my right arrow on the bottom right of my keyboard, and I could see I have a subscript of 2. So how do I get back to the normal font to type B? If I just click that right arrow on the bottom right, you could see that the cursor goes back to normal font, and I could type B. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, let's practice typing subscripts again. This time we're typing A2B3. So I click in the answer box, and I could either click on that rectangle with the little box first, or I could type the A. Then when I click on the rectangular little box tool, I could type up here. That gray box appeared, so it made it subscript, so it's a 2. And I could arrow to the right to get the B. And then I could click on this big box, little box for the subscript. Here I can see where my cursor is, so I just need a right arrow over to type the 3. So now when we're typing chemical formulas for magnesium bromide, what's the chemical formula for magnesium bromide? What's up here? This is my scratch pad. This is a scratch pad so I could figure out my work, okay? So I'm gonna open my scratch pad. And so this area I have a scratch pad. So if I want, I could take my freehand drawing tool, or I could try to use So I'm gonna write magnesium, and I know it has a +2 charge. And then I know that bromine has a -1 charge. And I know that my charges have to add up to be 0. But if I add my +2 and a -1, what I'm gonna end up getting, if I could find my text tool here, so if I have a +2 plus a -1, that's like 2 minus 1, that's going to give me +1, and that is not 0. And we need this to add up to be 0. So what can I add in order to get this to be 0? Do I add another Mg +2? No, because that'll give me a +4 and a -1, which is still not 0. So what happens if I add another Br- ion? And now I could see, I'm going to get my little typing tool here. I can see now that my charges will add up to be 0 because I have a +2 from magnesium, and I have 2 -1 charges from bromines. So that's like 2 minus 2, and that is going to give me 0. I don't know if I can make this any bigger. Let me see. Yep, there it is. So 2 minus 2 is 0, and voila, therefore my compound formula, chemical formula, is MgBr2. So how do I write that? I go up in here. So I'm done there. So I'm done with my scratch pad. Okay, so I'm going to close my scratch pad somehow. I'm going to figure that out in a second. Oh, I think I close it up here. No. Scratch pad, I just deselected. There we go. So now I can write my chemical formula, MgBr, click on the little big and rectangle little square, go over here, right arrow over, type the 2. Let's do one more example. What's the chemical formula for sodium sulfide? Once again, I just don't want to type an answer. I want to come up here and do my configuring. Okay, so I know that Na is +1. I'm going to write Na plus, and then I'm going to write S -2. And I can see right away that a +1 and a -2 are not going to add up to 0. They're going to add a -1. So which one am I going to add more of, Na plus or S2 minus, to get a charge of 0? Well, if I add another S -2, that's going to be -4, and a +1, that's not going to equal 0. But if I write another Na with a plus charge, the plus 1 and a plus 1 gives me a plus 2, which added to negative 2 gives me my charge of 0. So now I know I have 2 Na ions and 1 S ion, so I know my formula is going to be Na subscript 2S. So I'm going to click on the scratch pad to close it up so I can type in my formula, Na, find the tool here, big, rectangle, little square, and arrow over, type the 2, arrow over again, so I have normal font, so I have S. Okay, we can do one more. Write the chemical formula for aluminum oxide. The explanation of this is actually in the Edpuzzle video, so I'm just going to show you here how to type the formula. But remember to do this configuring or figuring out on a scratch pad before you type in your answer. So when I click here, I'm going to type aluminum, go down here to find my tool to make a subscript of 2, arrow over to type my O, click my tool to get that subscript, arrow over, and type the 3. And that's how you type subscripts into chemical formulas in Edulastic. Thanks for watching.